What's going on, guys? Welcome on to Arsenal Fan TV, and what a massive win that is today for Arsenal. Arsenal 2, Southampton 0. We fired ourselves straight back to the top of the Premier League. We've scored 2 goals against one of the best defences in Europe, and we can really hold our heads high at the end of today. To be honest, I don't think we actually played the best game of football that we have seen recently. I mean, after the wins against Dortmund, Liverpool, this was fairly different. I didn't think we played amazingly. There was nothing really to stand out today. But, you know, it just shows the calibre of this team. If we don't play well and then we still grind out a win, it just shows what we can do. And I thought it was a perfect example of that today. I mean, Southampton, for me, they were extremely good today. I can't fault Southampton at all. They did everything right. All their players were in good positions. They look very attacking. And they're a very pressurising team. They really pushed us back at times. And they're really good on the counter-attack as well. But we've got one of the best defences in the world at the moment. I mean, Koscielny and Mertesacker, that just works. I mean, the difference from the United game when we missed Mertesacker, today he makes such a massive difference. He's so calm, he's so opposed, he knows what he's doing in that penalty area, and he's a top player, he's a top defender. We're so lucky to have a guy like that at Arsenal. He's such a breath of fresh air, really. I've never seen a defender quite so opposed as him, and I really hope he does actually get a contract extension. It's been rumoured that he's getting one. And all the best for Per, really, because again it was another immense performance from him today. But as I was saying, Southampton, they actually started the game pretty well for those first 10 minutes or so. They really dominated possession. They could have actually got a goal. I mean, they came quite close in goal in the first couple of 10 minutes, but they had a lot of possession, but they weren't really doing anything with it in the final third, and it did take us about 10-15 minutes to really get into our rhythm. We had a lot of attacking moves. I mean, we saw Wilshere hit the post with a lovely chip, we saw Ramsey hit the woodwork as well, and we were really unlucky not to get a goal, because frankly, we did deserve one. But about 20 minutes in, Barak basically gifted us a goal, thinking he's too big for his boots, maybe thinking he's a bit of Wojciech Szczesny, but he tried to outskill Giroud. Didn't manage it. Giroud using his power and his body really to his strength. It's something I want to see him do more, because he's the kind of guy, no defenders are going to want to play against him, because he can pressurise people, he can attack people, he can break them down exactly like he did today. And it was a perfectly fair goal. Won the ball, put it in the back of the net, and I want to see him doing that more. He's an example for all strikers in the world, really. That they should be doing that more often. I mean, 9 times out of 10, a striker wouldn't even pressurise the keeper and would give them a load of time on the ball. And Giroud is a perfect example of how you can pressurise the keeper, win the ball, and score a beautiful goal. And that's exactly, well, saying that, it wasn't a beautiful goal, but it's a goal nonetheless. And it gave us a lead going into half-time with 1-0, which was frankly deserved. But again, the second half, Southampton, I think they came out the better team. I mean, one player for me that was poor in that first half, Mikel Arteta. I mean, he made a couple of really good, intricate passes, but then defensively he was kind of poor. He could have given a chance away when he did a really pathetic clearance straight to Lallana, and thankfully we've got Szczesny between the sticks to really bail Arteta out there. I'm not going to criticise him too much, because I know he's such a good player, he's such a talented player, but today definitely was an off day for him, and we did see him go off with a slight ankle injury towards the latter stage of the game. But like I said, that's not going to last for long. Arteta will come back stronger, that's a definite. But the second half, really, we didn't look too much in it. But again, after 10-15 minutes, we got back into our rhythm. We started playing a lot better. We had a good couple of counter-attacking moves. Ozil for me again. First half, he was very talented. He looked like the Ozil we all know in the first half, taking it past players with ease, brushing players aside. Second half, he went absolutely quiet again, and that really annoys me. Although I do think he's the kind of player that can create something out of nothing. I still think we're yet to see the best out of him. It's all to come with experience, and the more he plays for us, the more experience he'll get. And I'm sure there's a lot more to come from Mesut Ozil. But I think the star man of today's game, definitely Santi Cazorla for me. He's playing some of his best football at the moment, Cazorla. I think he's actually overshadowing Ozil at the moment, because he's playing such great football. And to have the likes of Ozil and Cazorla, and Ramsey and Wilshere for that matter, in your team is absolutely phenomenal. And then, you know, we saw Walcott come on for Cazorla towards the latter stages of the game. Walcott for me, fairly quiet, but he's just come back from injury, not too many concerns there. He had a good chance on goal, brushing it just past the keeper. Unfortunately not nestled in the back of the net, but he looked okay, so all good for Walcott there. We saw Monreal come on, who for me, I thought Monreal, just going to quickly talk about him, I think he's got to be getting a bit more game time, because he's so skillful on the ball. Down that left-hand side, he's a real threat to any defence. maybe we could deploy him as a left wing or a left mid. Let me know your thoughts on that, because that's something I'm really interested to hear. But, I mean, the rest of that second half, we really were seeing out the game, you know, passing it around, waiting for that final whistle. And it was towards the real closing stage of the game where we actually won a penalty. I mean, Mark Clattenburg was against us the whole game, and to actually give us a penalty, I mean, wow, what are the chances of that Arsenal getting a penalty at home? I mean, wow. But it looked like a shirt pull on Mertesacker, rightly given by the referee, and it's such a cool penalty by Olivier Giroud. Big respect to Olivier, of course, devoting those 2 goals to his late grandfather. But regarding the game itself, I mean, it was a fairly scrappy game at times. It wasn't like the Arsenal that we've seen of late, but to be honest, like I said, to not play well and grind out a win just shows the strength of this team, the calibre of this side. And we've got a couple of winnable games coming up. I mean, we've got Marseille in the Champions League on Tuesday, Cardiff, Hull, all these games coming up. That's where we've really got to start racking up the points, because you know, we've got a tough month of December. I mean, we play Chelsea and City in that month, so we've really got to get the points on the board now, so we can allow for a little bit of error, in fact. But hopefully it won't come to that, and hopefully we can carry this on until January, and then we'll hopefully bring in a striker. So everything's on the up at the moment. I'm really happy with today's win. Let me know your thoughts in the game in the comments box below. If you have enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you click the like button. Subscribe for more Arsenal Fan TV videos, and as always, thank you for watching, guys.